Close your eyes and just feel the space where you're at. Feeling your shoulders, your neck, your face. And letting your breath be 3D. The back, space between your shoulders, over your kidneys. And put an intention for your practice today. Bring your hands towards your heart and bow your head, saying Namaste, Namaste. Good. Roll over your ankles or come up into standing. We're going to start at the front of the mat. Have your feet hip distance apart and your toes spread. As you inhale, start rising up onto the balls of your feet. Just feeling your calf muscles engaging. And maybe you can bring your arms further up. And further up. Good. And stay on your tiptoes as you bring your arms around for 1. And for 2. And for 3. And keep your arms up. Look towards the ceiling. Expanding the front of your belly, the front of your chest, keeping that balance. And then lift as high as you can, and then release, letting go. Relax your head, sway your head, your knees are bent. Your belly is resting over your thighs. Inhale, fingertips on the floor or onto your shins. Extend your legs and extend your back. Exhale, release. Shake your head. Everything loose. Inhale, push onto the ground, onto your shins, extending up. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, expand. And exhale, rolling up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Feeling your lower back, feeling the space between your shoulders. And bring your arms around and up. Bring your right leg up, hands towards your chest, bend your standing leg, and bring your right leg back into a high lunge. That's it, high lunge. So in high lunge, our hips are facing forwards. The back heel is off the floor. The front knee is bent. Check that the knee is aligned towards the outer edge of the front foot and not going inwards. It's going outwards and straight. So that from where you're standing, you should see your big toe and your little toes are covered by your knee. Bring your hands onto your hips and just direct your hip gently to be facing forwards. You can lift and bend your back knee so that your hip immediately becomes looser and able to straighten forwards. So we're going to work on stretching the thigh muscles. So stay in here and now let your heel go back. And you're stretching also your psoas, your hip flexor. You can touch it here on the union between your thigh and your hip. It's a strong muscle. It's also almost like a cord. And bend the knee again. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can straighten it. Your glute will also be working. One more time. Bend the knee. And now really gently bring the knee towards the floor. Relax the back foot. If you need a cushion or something, please grab it. Or you can also fold your mat Your front foot can be off the mat. You can have your mat folded. Lovely. Now, encourage your hip to go forward, so your knee will overtake your ankle. Stay there for a moment. If you need help, you can have your hands onto your thigh. So on your left thigh will help you to go forwards and back, keeping a bit of resistance. If you feel strong, then hands on the back will push your hips forwards a little bit more. And then when you come back, they will put a little bit of resistance. So you will make more effort. Bring it forwards and bring it back. Good. Now stay on your knee. Are you okay with this, Colette? Yeah, okay. Bring your right so-so. Put a cushion if you need to. Or stretching the thigh. Bring your left hand to hold onto your right wrist and stretch sideways. Stretch the whole side of the body on the thigh. One more breath. And release. Last one on this knee. Bring the right elbow onto the left knee. Lift the back leg and open up towards the back. Twist. And release. Bring the back foot forwards. Legs are hip distance and just sway side to side. Sway, sway, sway. Releasing. Inhale, extend the legs, extend the back. Exhale, release. Inhale, extend the legs. Hands can be on the shins, shoulders away from the ears, back is straight. Exhale, release. One more. And release, rolling up into standing. Vertebra by vertebra, your head is the last thing to come up. Bring your arms up, around and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Check your legs and take a moment just to feel how you're feeling. If you felt that that was a bit tough on the knees, get a towel or a blanket. I'm going to put a blanket so that my knees can have nice cushion when I go down into it. Blankets are a great resource to have for your yoga practice. You can then use it to cover yourselves up after for the Shavasana. Good. And let yourselves be grounded. Feet are hip distance, hands to your heart. Inhale, left knee comes up. Bend the standing leg and send the leg far back. We are in a high lunge. Bring your hands onto your hips, encouraging your hips to be facing forwards. Bend the back knee. So your hip is really free to move in here, facing forwards, and check that your knee is over your ankle, that you can see your big toe and your little toes are covered by your knee. Now, as you inhale from this position, don't lift the hip and straighten the leg. And soften the knee. When you straighten the leg, you are really stretching your psoas and your thigh. The heel goes away and release. And the holding on the hip will also give support for your lower back. Straighten. Good. And release. Bend the back knee and come onto the floor. You can release the back heel, the back foot. Inhale here. Exhale. Come forwards. Letting that flexion be as much as it can be. You're overtaking your ankle now. Your option is to have your hand on the knee. That will help you come back and support the upper body a little bit more. So this is an easier version, coming forwards and bringing it back. A more demanding version would be with your hands into your hips, feeling that psoas muscle stretch and your thighs stretch. One more time. Good. And coming up, hold onto your wrist, your left wrist with your right hand, and arch. So your legs are 90 degrees, arch towards the right, feeling the whole of that side body and the thigh stretching. And bring yourselves back to center. Bring the elbow across, your left elbow across. So your hands can be open like this. You can hold onto the shoulder. We're doing a twist. And if you can, bring the back knee off the floor. If this is too much for your balance, then you can keep back knee on the floor. Yes, that's it. And if you're holding your shoulder, that might feel nice for the shoulder because you can relax into it. Lovely. Release your hands by the sides of the foot. Bring the back foot forwards. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, release and shake it all around. Shake, shake, shake. Now have both legs straight for a moment. And we're going to bend the right knee and walk both hands towards the right hand side. So what we're doing is letting the left side of the hip, the outside of the hip, get a nice stretch. Keep bending your right knee, feeling the twist on the hips. And bring yourselves back to center, bend the left knee. Bring both hands towards the left hand side. And back to center, rolling up into standing. Bringing your arms around and up. Exhale, hands towards your heart. Good. And we're going to come onto the floor. So come to the front of the mats. Inhale, arms up, coming onto your toes. Exhale, releasing down. And release onto the floor. Lie onto the ground, hug your knees, making big circles with your knees in one direction and big circles on the other direction. Just feel your sacroiliac joint and walk with your knees, one knee and then the other. Lovely. Rest your feet onto the floor and tuck and tilt your hips. So when you're tucking, your lower back is flat, your pubic bone is pointing towards the ceiling. When you're tilting, you have a little gap between the floor and your lower back. Tuck and tilt. You can have your hands on your lower abdomen, just feeling that movement. And feel the movement of your head. When you're flattening your back, your chin is going up towards the sky, your neck is open. When you're pointing your tailbone down, your pubic bone down, your chin goes towards your chest, and there is a gap between the lower back and the floor. Do that a few times. Try not to force it to happen. So this happens naturally. Sometimes if you go faster, it's easier to find because the head becomes looser. Good. Now come to a middle position. So there is a little bit of a gap between the floor and your lower back. You have your lower abdomen engaged, the pelvic floor engaged. And just by doing that, 30 to 40% contraction on your lower abdomen, you will feel your inner thighs shaking a little bit. Now, as you inhale, bring your right knee over your right hip, keeping the legs at the leg at 90 degrees. So we are not crossing, just the right knee over the right hip, shin parallel to the floor. There are a few people crossing the legs. Don't cross your legs. That's it, good. Now, keeping the stability on your hips, bring the left leg up also into 90 degrees. So we are not crossing the legs. Both legs are 90 degrees. Have your knees together, feet together, Andrew. That's it, good. Hands by the sides of the body. Keeping the 90-degree angle on the legs. We're going to tap away with the heels or with the soles of the feet and bring them back. So we are moving both legs together away from us, tapping the floor and bring it back. Using the abs. Inhale and exhale. You can inhale or exhale at any point. Maybe inhale when you tap away, exhale when you bring it back. Both times you're making an effort. That's it, good. One more. And bring it back to center. Still a little gap between the floor and your lower back. Your abdomen is still engaged and you will feel it on your thighs. And we're going to come side to side, bringing both legs together to your right hand side and back to center and then the left. And we are not letting go. We don't touch the floor. We go to the point where we know we can return from, but at the same time, we are holding the abs, using the lateral abdominals. That's it. One more. Now, bring your legs out towards the sky and just release your feet, rotating your feet. Lovely. Lift your head and shoulders and bring your hands onto your calf muscles, ankles, or maybe your toes, your big toes. We're bringing the legs towards us, stretching the back of the legs, the abs, have a little breath. Good. Release the head and shoulders down and hold just onto your right leg. The left leg comes 1 inch from the floor. Both feet are flexed. We're holding from behind the right leg. If you're holding from the thigh, that's okay. Just make sure that you're bringing the leg in. Your head can be down on the floor or you can bring it up. We're going to do 2 pulsations. So pulsate towards you, and change. And 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. Knees straight. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. If you need to hold onto the thigh because otherwise your knees bend, hold onto the thighs. 1, 2, change. 1, 2, change. Release your head and shoulders. Keep your legs up. Hands by the sides of your hips. Flex your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your legs down for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them up. So the legs come almost 1 inch from the floor. Knees straight, feet flex. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. I'm seeing quite a few people not bringing the legs low enough. Knees are straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 inch from the floor. Keep it there. Keep it there. 1 inch from the floor. Bring it up. Not bending the knees. Come on, guys. Now, lift your head and shoulders. Look at your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it 1 inch from the floor. Hands to the side. And breathe. This is your dish pose. For 10, 9. Come on, Colette. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug in. Woohoo! Very good. Inhale and exhale. And this time, let both legs come to one side. Open the arm in the other direction. Just twisting and stretching those abs. Bring it back to center, change sides. And back to center, hug your knees. You can hold from underneath your knees or from over your knees. Let your back be flat on the floor. Feel your breath, pushing your legs up. And then release your legs, release your arms by the sides of the body. And we are not yet totally in Shavasana. We're going to do a bit of breathing, control breath. We're going to inhale and hold. Inhale and hold. And exhale slowly. Maybe closing the back of your throat for your Ujjayi breathing. Inhale and hold. Inhale and hold. And exhale. One more, inhale and hold. Inhale and hold. And exhale, long and slow. Breathe normally. Relaxing the whole of your legs and your toes. The whole of your arms and your fingers. Your back, belly and your chest. Relaxing the shoulders, the neck, head, face. Just relaxed. And inhale deeply, just bringing the attention back onto your bodies, onto the room. Don't move yet. Feel where you're at. Notice if there are areas that are still tense, and see if you can let it go and relax. And with all the mindfulness, you can master. Start wiggling your toes and wiggle your fingers. Roll your head side to side, bringing your head back to center. Bring your legs together and have a lovely big stretch, stretching your arms towards the sky, stretching your toes, whole of your legs, and release. And bring your knees towards your chest and hug your knees. Rocking side to side to release any tension in your lower back. Bring both knees to your right hand side. Push yourselves up into a cross-legged seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Back straight, neck long, shoulders relaxed. And we're going to finish chanting Om 3 times, followed by Shanti, 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. How to begin? Inhale. Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Put your palms together, wrap your palms, make the movement a little faster, and place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands, slide your hands to your chest and bow your heads. Namaste. Give yourselves a clap. Well done.